Hey, Slater Crusaders. So we just talked about vaccines. Now I want to talk about testing. So right now, I think I read there's 2 million confirmed cases around the world of COVID. Now, cases is a completely meaningless number. It means absolutely nothing because there's so few tests out there. That's why we don't talk about fatality rate, because you need to know the number of cases in order to, so we don't talk about any of that stuff because it's totally meaningless. And you can't trust China or North Korea, which still, by the way, no cases in North Korea, which is unbelievable. That's fantastic. Congratulations, North Korea. No cases of coronavirus. Good for you. Iran, we have no clue what's going on in these. Actually, Trump had a really good response to this yesterday. Look at this hack reporter question here. Check this out.
Why do we have 20% of the world's deaths from the coronavirus when we're only 4% of the world's population?
Well, you don't know what you have. Do you think you're getting honest numbers from some of these countries? Do you really believe those numbers in this vast country called China, and that they have a certain number of cases and a certain number of deaths? Does anybody really believe that? Here's the story. We report everything. We're reporting the cases, and our reporting is good.
These reporters actually do believe that. Right? They don't question anything ever coming out of China. But anyway, point is, Trump's right. You can't trust these numbers. So let's say the 2 million. Let's say that's 25% of the actual number of cases in the world. 25% of the actual cases in the world. So let's say there's really 8 million cases. That still leaves 99% of the world's population that is yet to be infected or is at risk of infection moving forward. Okay, so there's a ways to go with this virus. Now you hear everyone say we need more tests. That's true, but we're not even in the ballpark when it comes to testing. We're not even close. They say we need somewhere between 5 to 20 million tests a day in order to get what we need. We're not even at 100,000. I think we're at 60 or 70,000 tests a day. So let's say we just need 1 million. We're still more than 10 times away. That's still more than 10 times what our current testing is. We are not even close. I think people would say we need more testing. They think we need a little bit more testing. No. So there's a Nobel Prize economist, Nobel Prize winning Paul Romer. He says we need between 20 and 35 million tests a day. His plan is you got to test every frontline worker every day. It's got to be a rapid test with results in 15 minutes. We'll talk about that in a second. It's got to be done every single day in order to catch it soon enough to make sure that they're not spreading it to their colleagues. So all the frontline workers, all first responders every single day, and then everybody else every 1 to 2 weeks. And that adds up to 35 million tests a day. The reason this plan, and it's a great plan if possible, is as soon as someone tests positive, you can isolate them right away and prevent them from spreading it. This is because so much of the transmission, so much of spreading it is before you even show symptoms, before you even know you're sick. So if you can take a test that can tell you you're sick before you know you're sick, and you isolate right away, then you won't be spreading it to anyone. And you can get that R naught below 1 pretty easily if you can do these testings and if you can isolate people right away, right? So you do that for long enough, test everyone soon enough, isolate everyone before they can spread it, and that's how we stop the spread. It's a good idea in theory. So, people talk about pursuing the vaccine, which we just talked about in the last segment. In the meantime, you got to test. And you can't just test people who are already sick, right? We're doing that now. People are sick and then we test them. It's okay, but you've been spreading this for the last 5 days or whatever it is. So we got to test people before they show signs of being sick, which is why it has to be every day for frontline workers and every week or 2 weeks for everyone else. So it's not only massive amounts, but it's constantly. Now, that's his plan. Huge assumptions here. First of all, this assumes people take the test. Do you think every American is going to go and get tested every 1 or 2 weeks? It assumes people follow the test results, right? So let's say you get the test result back. And they're oh, sorry, sir, you got to quarantine for the next 2 weeks. And you're I had the Taylor Swift concert tickets next week. I'll quarantine, but I'm still going to go to the Taylor Swift concert. Okay, you're not going to keep me from the Taylor, but it's fine. I'll just go and then I'll come back and it'll be. So you're going to think people are going to follow these results? I don't think so. It assumes the tests are accurate. It assumes people get that swab deep enough in the back of your nose. Rutgers, in all fairness, Rutgers is looking at a saliva test, but that would be a huge, huge development that we don't have yet. Tons of assumptions here. But without a vaccine, I think it's really the only way out. Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching the first on YouTube. If you want more, subscribe. We got plenty.